Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So new Satellarknights, new Tellarknights, new Constellars as well, simply because, you know, they're Satellarknights, but they're also Constellars, as you saw, probably already have seen in the card text. And this new support for, I guess, Satellarknights, right, is fantastic. It's really good. Two new effect monsters here in the main deck. One of them I feel is definitely a 3 of the Spell Searcher, right? While the Pop Extender one, the one that special summons itself or herself from the graveyard, it feels fine as a one-off, but more of that in a couple of moments. The thing now is that there's also an Exceed and a new Continuous spell. Monster Reborn-ish, plus it can kind of cheat out Exceeds. You will see it in a combo. The thing now with this deck is that you now Satellarknights becomes like a super combo deck. At least it has the capability to become a super combo deck. I'm not playing any equips for Isolde. The reason why Isolde is there is because you want to send away your Deltaros. You'll see it in a couple of moments to, you know, keep abusing your Deltaros, right? So, as I mentioned before, now the deck has like multiple 1-card and or 2-card combos that could kind of lead to these particular fields, like as you'll be seeing these end boards from from Tellars with the new support. It's not hard, even with hand traps, like for your opponent, like Ash, Veil or Imperm. It's fine, the deck now has the capability to play through those hand traps. Most of the end boards you're working towards is like Diamond, obviously, because it hits those dark decks or any dark monsters, which, you know, nowadays you have Sprite, you have Tier. Maybe in the future that might be different, Pistiles as well, right? And Diamond is superb against those. Plus the, is it Altea? The Teller here in the middle, it's also a Constellar, it's the new one that, again, as soon as you're summoning any Teller or Constellar or whatever, you can reborn her from the graveyard and then pop cards from your opponent equal to the amount of light and or dark exceeds you control. So like during your turn, during your opponent's turn, you can start popping stuff. And this is cool. I trigger everything, but I can just reuse everything, just establish my board again. I was able to recycle my Isolde, I think so. So, and like this new Exceed, like your Caduceus Exceed, like this card is bonkers. Like on summon, on Exceed summon, you can target up to 2 Constellar, 1 Satellar or Teller from your graveyard and add them back to the hand. That's already fantastic. Plus, you can detach one, and then you can banish any Satellarknight or Constellar, whatever, from your deck, and that Exceed will gain its normal summon effect, right? From that Teller you're banished, or you banished. So let's say you banish Altair, you can reborn something from the grave, or let's say if you banish Deneb, you can search something like a, you know, like a Stratos, right, for your Tellers. So you get the point. The thing you saw here is that Sheraton, it's one of the Constellars, an old school Constellar card, is a 1-card combo. Problem is, and that's a huge problem, don't underestimate that, is that Sheraton is level 3. You're playing Twinkle. Twinkle is like the Constellar spell that boosts up 1 level from, it's like a wind-up Shark-alike effect. So you can make your Sheraton level 4 and that starts up your, you know, this combo. So the thing is that, okay, Sheraton is cool, so I only think just fine as a 2-off, because 3 is a bit too much, too many normal summons, plus if your Sheraton is getting negated, you're probably or at least the chances are quite big, you're kind of stuck. And that's the problem, simply because it's level 3. So still, normal summon Deneb is a strong normal summon, but Deneb on its own is not doing anything. But again, the deck is playing so many extenders, right, so it's fine. You could play it a bit more gimmicky and make Isolde alive as well, you know, playing equips, making one of your level 1 tuners. Is it an heroic level 1? I think so. It's in the side deck. And to make that rank 1 Exceed from heroics, like Detach and then Reborn a Warrior, but I'm not a huge fan of that because you're main decking a lot of bricks as well, and Pistiles. Pistiles kind of dump on this, well, dump. You have the capability to play around the Pistiles, but I mean, a Pistial on an Altair is crucial, is big. I mean, the deck is all lights, right? All of the, well, no, indeed, I think all of them should be lights, bar, of course, a couple of extra deck monsters, but the Pistiles are superb against this deck. But again, who knows? Our meta is probably going to be different, like, you know, Sprite is going to be probably getting weakened, Tier as well, Pistiles might get limited, so our format might be different by the time we're getting these cards. What is it in Cyberstorm? Oh, I forgot the set. Anyway, so Floodgate.deck going second, and Gozen Match should be flipped face up as well. And you'll see here is my combos are going to be a bit different. So Deltaros hits the board because I want to make, you know, my spell live. This continuous spell is bonkers as well. It's a monster reborn as soon as you activate it. Plus you can target an exceed on your field to kind of cheat out an exceed with a different rank. So, you know, like, as you see, most of the time I put Messier 7 first and then kind of cheat out Deltaros, right? Or go for Caduceus, right? So get back a couple of cards from the graveyard, banish one Tellar from the deck to copy its normal summon effect. That was the Unukulai, you know which one I mean, the Armageddonite to send the, is it Altea? The you know, the one that reborns from the grave but then starts popping cards, you know which one I mean. And that's superb because that's why Konami brought back well, not Diamond, but whatchamacallit, the Constellar one. You know which one I mean. The one that goes for Ptolemaios. That's it. So Pleiades is kind of crucial as well. Rank 5 you can easy get it out, you know, with like the spell or whatever, and you know you can bounce back stuff, bounce back cards from your opponent or your continuous spell to keep reusing it. So again, establishing my board, go for Ptolemaios, probably going for Infinity first. Ptolemaios hits the board, so I can use the Altea again, reborn herself, and then because I control 3 light and or dark exceeds, I can pop 3 cards from the opponent. So again, fantastic. Once per turn, by the way, don't forget that. But again, a Bestial kinda hinders that. So you see how strong Bestials are against this deck. 2 Sheraton and 1 Caduceus, the middle one, is important for the deck. Caduceus is a level 4 extender, only for Constellars on the field, but it searches spells, you know, your Tellar spells, right? And that's super, super crucial. It doesn't search Bridge, but it does search, I believe, Twinkle and the new continuous spell, and that's important. So I highly recommend running those, Sheraton and the regular Caduceus, because again, you can banish Sheraton off of this new exceed. So get back 2 cards. Again, this is forcing out the potential Bestial, so that's cool because again that Lyra, I believe the name is dead in the hand. It's not going to be useful this turn. So search Caduceus, drop Caduceus to search the continuous spell, and now the ball gets rolling, reborn a level 4, go for Messier 7 regularly, and then use the continuous spell to again cheat out the Deltaros, right? Pop itself, Altair hits the board, you know, like these are super standard for this deck. With this new support, super easy to do. Again, depending on your hand, I can extend with Vega. I feel Vega is just fine as a 1-off in the deck. Maybe a 2-off, maybe. Same for the Armageddonite, the Unukulai, you know which one I mean. Go for Diamond. Again, the deck is super control based, Diamond control deck, plus going for Ptolemaios, because again, during your opponent's turn, you can use Ptolemaios to go for like Pleiades, for example, and that could trigger the Altea, which is now on the field, so I can't pop anything, but why is she there? Because of Druid's Worm. Okay, yeah. The problem is that this deck is as strong as the power of dark decks in the meta. And now, you know, there's a lot of dark monsters, dark decks are really relevant in the format, so Diamond is superb. And yeah, Diamond also blocked the sprint, because again, like, you know, Diamond, when it has like exceed materials, both players cannot send cards from the deck to the graveyard. I believe it's both players. So last example, again, like this is cool. You can play through multiple hand traps, Daynab gets negated, the Lyride's getting negated, the Spell Searcher, and this is where Caduceus comes into play, because you need another Spell Searcher, and that's where Caduceus again searches the continuous spell, and again you get the ball rolling, even through 2 hand traps, right? So Deltaros hits the board, pop itself, again the same standard combo. Again, you could extend with Isolde equips, but again, I'm not a huge fan of that. I just want to run, you know, more maybe Bestials in the main deck, more traps, maybe Floodgates. Make the deck as consistent as possible. The ratios might seem strange, but they definitely make sense with 2 Sheraton, 1 Caduceus, 1 Vega, 1 Unukulai. Again, you know which one I mean. So this like opening board is super standard. Again, Diamond for potential dark monsters. You have the Ptolemaios to potentially go for Pleiades and potentially trigger here it is, or yeah, here she is, to go for Altea to pop a card from the opponent. But here, because of, yeah, Nova. Sadly, there is no card that can search Stellar Nova. Yeah. Imagine maybe a new link. Like imagine a new link, so I can, you know, replenish or replace Isolde for that new link that might be. I mean, Isolde is fine as well because she searches Altair. Again, follow up for next turn, so it's fine though. She's also a light. So again, you know, use the Pleiades on field to go for a rank 4 exceed because of the continuous spell. Again, different rank for free. That's so crazy. And potentially, you know, get stuff back. And that's the thing, right? The biggest weakness of this deck is the extra deck. It's so tight. But these, at least this Caduceus Exceed kind of gets stuff back from the graveyard. So it's kind of like a pot of Avarice, if you know what I mean. But I'm happy with the list. I'm not sure if I want to run the other tellers. I don't think they're needed, but, you know, like, tips are definitely welcome. But this new support, delicious. Really, really solid. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave them signing out. Peace.